And about relationships, yes, excuse me, but it's also about you. Are you being vulnerable with yourself and being, which it means to me, being honest with yourself about where you are, what you want, who he or she is for you and a partner, and just truly being honest. So maybe vulnerability is coupled with honesty, right? But taking the steps every day to do it. And that's discipline. And now we have to discipline ourselves to do these things. There's some comments here. Let's see what's going on. Baby steps, yes, yes. And Natalie says vulnerable. Yikes. Get somebody else to do it. But the problem is, Nat, to get someone else to do it, no, you don't want to get anyone else to do it. You want to do it. Because what's on the other side of it, it really, I think, is going to be really amazing. Let's see here, who else here? Verna says, I think it takes time though. Oh, hold on, you guys going fast. Hold on. I'm trying to keep up. Y'all now the comments coming in. It's coming in. Alberta says, I think it takes time though. You can't be vulnerable until it's time. I think you need to have a safe space. When you get to know a person, that will happen. That's when you need to try being vulnerable. I think that's true, yes, but also I think vulnerability is part of being guarded. So yes, yes, I'm not saying it happens overnight for sure, and yes, it takes time, but I think we have to go into, at least for me, go into it and go into the experience being willing to be vulnerable. And it doesn't mean, you tell your darkest, deepest secrets at that moment, but yes, you see how, as long as there's some type of safe space in there and you kind of tiptoe and you test the waters. And if it feels good, then you go with it. But, if we don't try it, even in the beginning, and again, it could be small things, small steps, but even in the beginning, if you don't try it, you just don't know what it could be. You don't know what it could be. Chris says, you have to be fully honest with yourself first. Indeed. And that leads you to the vulnerability you need to get closer and to be that safe space. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that. One of my favorite authors, you all may know her, is Brene Brown. She has a book called Daring Greatly. I think it's probably one of her first books. Whenever I'm in this space of like, okay, should I, do I want to, I don't know, I'll either look up a quote by Brene Brown or I'll go back to this book and I'll reread it. And each time I seem to learn something different. And so one of the things that she says, one of her quotes here is, which is her definition of vulnerability. The definition of vulnerability is uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. But vulnerability is not weakness. It's our most accurate measure of courage. And courage was one of the words, was the word, not even one of the words, but was the word for the year at my church. Courage is like, we're going to focus on courage this year. And this vulnerability falls in it along with discipline and consistency for me. So she also describes vulnerability as uncertainty, which I just said, uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. It's that unstable feeling we get when we step out of our comfort zone and do something that forces us to loosen control. Oh yeah, loosen control. And that is vulnerability. See, I just caught that by reading it. Oh, control, vulnerability. Yes. So I'm going to put together something tonight, and I'm hoping that these are some things that I'm doing, that as I'm working in this space, and for 2024, to talk about love, this is one of the things I want to focus on for us. So the recipe for love this week, the first ingredient is vulnerability. We just learned a little bit about it there, but here are some things that I'm doing, and things that I'm already doing or would plan to implement. So first up is acceptance, and it's about you. Knowing that vulnerability, it's about having, these, I guess I'll say, quote unquote, authentic relationships, but it's really about me and being honest with myself. So that goes back to honesty and loosening control. So the first step is make sure that it is about me, or it's about you. first before anyone else. Take the time to reflect on emotions, your experiences, and fears. Recognize that vulnerability is a natural and essential aspect of being human. So it's about you first. Second is going into communicating. So then we're practicing authentic communication and opening up to their trusted friend or a family member. And how about even better? Because, I have fantastic friends, family is there, yes. But sometimes it's really about that therapist. And I've been there and I know it can also really be about a therapist. Get a therapist to talk about your feelings and your thoughts, someone who doesn't know you from Adam or Jane. and share your vulnerabilities and honestly and authentically, and allow yourself to be seen and heard without fear and